But right now, welcome to Backyard Biergarten. We're in the backyard. Thank you, Mike Kane, for having us here.
Certainly.
And cheers, y'all. Prost. Cheers to you.
Prost.
This is called Backyard Biergarten, and as you know, the rule here is we have to be in the backyard. Sometimes. Not all the time. Sometimes. We try for a backyard. That we got, and we try to play a song, and we try to have a beer, which we got that. Today we're drinking Karbach Brewing. So brewed here in Houston. We're in Houston. This is Bodacious Double India Pale Ale, number 10. So, Mike, thank you for your hospitality, and Mike also helped me out on the Stories They Tell project, so thank you for that. Appreciate it. What you been up to lately?
Hence this visit.
Oh, hence this visit. You're cooking some crawfish tomorrow. Are you cooking
There's
or just
crawfish
enjoying?
going on tomorrow.
Yeah.
I'm not cooking it. I'm not from here. I don't know how.
Yeah, I know. There's probably a lot of rules on crawfish.
Yeah, there are.
Like gumbo. You know, gumbo. There's some people that say that okra can be in it, and some people say okra must not be in it. You know?
Our whole group of friends is very split on
I'm
that
Yeah.
whole thing.
I'm an okra fan, so.
I like the okra too. As long as you cook it
I
enough.
started my life with my favorite soup being Campbell's chicken gumbo in the can.
In the
that
can.
My mom would heat up, and that had those funky little okras that all I knew they were these funky little things that I had no idea what a real okra looked like.
Yeah,
but
just
those were
those little balls.
cool little things in the soup.
That's home. That just feels like home. Well, speaking of family, I want to do a song for you because there's got to be songs involved. This is me and Kelley Mickwee. You know Kelley Mickwee. She's in Trish's, and she's also a solo songwriter, and she has a grandmother, Virginia Kelley, and she started telling me about some Virginia Kelley's life and times. And my grandmother is Hazel Jarrett.
Cool.
And we imagined
Terry's
what.
grandmother is Hazel too.
Named Hazel as well.
Is that right?
God
It's a
rest
good
her soul.
name. I think Hazel's a good
Awesome.
And
name.
we have a friend whose 2-year-old daughter is named
Shout out to Chris White and Hazel Louise White.
Here's to the Hazels and to Chris. And
One
to
of the-
grandparents.
One of the
Grandparents.
one of the leaders of Open the Taps.
Oh,
as a
cool.
matter of fact, Chris White is.
Yeah, would you mention what Open the Taps is? Just
Open the Taps, openthetaps.org, little grassroots political movement dedicated to beer and opening up the beer markets for the Texas local craft brewers.
More local beer, more abilities for brewers to sell beer on the premises.
That's right.
And make a living and make great beer.
Absolutely.
You know, the Prohibition was a hard time. Prohibition times, the 20s, when you couldn't go out and drink a beer. You know, you had to go hide and run
Crazy
around.
talk.
So that's crazy. We still got the United States still has a hangover from that, and Texas still has a hangover from that, but the laws are slowly changing. But this song has actually got a little bit of the Prohibition era in it. It's the 1920s as we were thinking about these. Oh, by the way, toast to grandparents, the people that made it possible for us to be here, because without them having sex at just that right time, we wouldn't be here. You don't have to think about that if you don't want to.
Thanks for that.
Yeah,
Give me another beer, please. That away.
but it happened. So here's a song called Virginia Kelley and Hazel, or Virginia and Hazel, I think. Me and Kelley Mickwee wrote it. Virginia Kelley played the phonograph. It was Mammy's Crazy Blues. Getting all dolled up, she said, my gams look good in these shoes. Car pulled up and honked. It was a Breezer 24. She laid a kiss on her daddy's cheek, slammed on out the door. It was Hazel in the hay burner, and she pulled out the hooch. What do you think, new chaplain, or the juice joint on the loop? Ah, Virginia. To the gin mill, cried Virginia. Hazel said, you're on the trolley now, and they'll spend the next 4 decades living this night down. The girls turned every head in the speakeasy saloon. She's the berries, she's a bear cat. Were the whispers in the room. Most were hard-boileds and hoodlums, but 2 Jakes pulled up 2 chairs. They bought a couple of rounds together, then all headed out the stairs. Oh, Virginia. Well, they They peeled out of the parking lot in a 28 Model A. They parked down by the river. It was a struggle buggy, you might say. Both pairs were neck and neck. When a knock came on the door, a strange man pulled a shiv and said, "Get down on the floor. Give me all your money. Give me all your jack. And if you do just what I say, you'll live to walk on back." Ah, Virginia. Well, the stranger stole the Model A. They had to ankle back to town. The sheriff pinched the pickled crew for walking drunk around. Virginia called her mom. Hazel called her dad. $40 bail was set. Things were looking bad. She'll never forget her father's face when he saw her through the bars. They didn't speak a word. On the ride home in the car, oh, Virginia. That was Granny in the, oh no, here it is. Here it is, here we go. The shame of Sunday. Here we go. We got the light of Sunday morning. Showed the shame on Virginia's face. At the Mineral Wells Baptist Church where she sang Amazing Grace. That was Granny in the 20s. Now she's pearls and powder blue. Secretary at the Baptist Church, and that's Hazel in the pew. That was Granny in the 20s. Now she's pearls and powder blue. Secretary at the Baptist Church, and that's Hazel in the pew. Oh, Virginia.
Nice.
Thank y'all very much, and thanks for hosting the Backyard Biergarten, Mike. And wherever you are,
Hazel's in Virginia.
Hazels and Virginias, we toast you. Grandparents everywhere, thank you. We toast you. And wherever you are, I bet you there's a backyard. I bet you there's a beer. I bet you there's a song. Go get them. Prost.